Guys, yeah, how are you doing? I'm back today with another video. I hope you guys have been doing well and you've been fine. I miss you. Did you miss me? Okay, so today we are going to be having a very important discussion. Like this discussion, guys, I've been wanting to have this discussion with you, and I feel like this is the perfect time because I think that this is a time that people try to like gauge the things they spend money on and try to kind of draw a list of preferences on the kind of things they would want to buy and the things they might not necessarily be needing. So today I want to teach you ways in which you can stop wasting money. We find that so many people waste money on things these days, especially things that they don't even need. I mean, sometimes you will buy stuff and then at the end of the day you realize that I don't really need this thing, so why would you buy it if you do not want to use it? So these are I'm going to be telling us ways to which I think tricks that I think will help us in maintaining a good savings culture and that will not allow us to spend, unnecessarily. So let's get into this video. The number one thing I want us to have in mind is that we need to train our mind to stop, making unnecessary and irrelevant and irrational spending decisions. One thing I want us to know is that our mind, when we train our mind to do some things, our system adjusts to it in less than, in about 2 weeks, our system becomes adjusted to it. When you train your mind not to make unnecessary spending habits, you realize that you only eventually get to spend little money. For example, when you train your mind that okay, for this particular week I'm going to be spending so and so and so amount, I'm not going to be exceeding this particular amount, your mind is trained towards it. So you realize that whenever your mind is drifting towards, oh, I need this, you're like, oh no, you quickly redirect your mind that no, I have a budget for this week that I'm going to be spending, I'm not spending above this. And then one thing that is surprising about our mind is that once you train it to not want something, automatically the thirst for it or the lust for it will not be in your mind. For example, if I am on a budget of 3,000 naira for a week, and I'm like, okay, for this week I'm not going to be taking ice cream. You realize that because right from the beginning of the week I've zeroed my mind at zero ice cream this week, there is no how I will think of it. Even if there are temptations, I'll be like, no, I need to discipline myself because I already said zero ice cream this week. Our mind tends to adjust with things that we train it with. So one thing is you need to have a mindset that no, I'm not spending money this week. Like, okay, even if I'm spending money at all, it has to be a specific amount that is on my budget already. So that takes us to how you have to draft a budget. When you have a budget for the week, you realize that you spend little. For example, if you do not have a budget, you realize that whatever things comes, you just pick them. But when you have a budget, you spend little. Now let me teach you the trick to spending little in your budget. The first thing I would like you to do is you go to your pantry, go to your kitchen or your refrigerator. Take notes and take inventory of all the things you have in your refrigerator, your pantry, your kitchen, your store. Take note of all the things you have there already. That way you don't buy them again, because there are instances that people realize that people do not even know the things that are in their store. Yes, some people do that. Even sometimes I do that. When I go to the market to buy stuff, I realize that I buy the same thing I have. I'm like, oh, I do not even know that I have this. And then these things just stay there and they just rotting and they spoil. But instead of doing that, why not take an inventory of the things you have in your pantry, your store, that you think can last you for a particular time? When you do that, then you can now write a list of things you need, extra things you need for that week. Go to the market, purchase them, store them. When you do that, you realize that you spend less on the things you buy to stock up your kitchen, to eat, to make food. You understand what I'm saying? With that being done, I would also advise that if you feel like you want to purchase a clothing item, why not go into the first thing I would say is go to your closet, your wardrobe, where you keep your clothes. Check through them. Look through these clothes. You realize that by doing that, you see the numerous amounts of clothing items that you own. And you'll be like, oh, so I have this. Oh, I have this. Then you can be able to say, okay, I want to match this and this together. See, let me tell you something. By the time when you see something online, you're like, oh, this is a beautiful piece. I want to have it. And this is way above your budget already that you've set for the week. You go into your wardrobe and your closet, check through the clothing items you have. Then you will be like, wow, I have so many clothes that I have not even worn. And I think this is especially applicable to ladies. Ladies always complain, oh, I don't have what to wear, I don't have what to wear. And by the time you take their wardrobe, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised at the amount of clothing items they hold, and yet they tell you they don't have what to wear. So please, I would like to tell you this, that whenever you want to buy a clothing item that is doing you ojukokoro in your, like it's doing ojukokoro in your eyes, like this, go to your closet, check through what you have. By the time you check through, you be like, wow, I have this, okay, these are nice. And I tell you, you completely forget about what you want to buy online. Also, another trick I would like to give you is that you should stop doing window shopping. Guys, this will help you a lot. Especially if you are like the type that goes to all this online shopping app, Jumia, Gigi, Alibaba, and the rest, and you go to order for goods and the likes. You realize that by the time you order for one particular good, these Jumia people, they will send you another picture of a product. They'll tell you, oh, items in this category. I know it is items in this category. Why are you showing me? I know it is items in this category. If I wanted to buy it, I will go for it first hand. I wouldn't come to this other product. But they will keep showing you the items in this category, because they're trying to push you to buy more and more. And by the time you are done shopping online, you realize that you've added like 12 items to your cart to buy, when you only wanted to go and buy 2 items there. Guys, these people, they know how to siphon your money. They will push you till you pick all the things in that category, and then you're like, oh my god, I spent so much money. Yes, you have. So it is a tactic that these people use to make you patronize them more. Not to say that you should not do online shopping. What I'm saying is you should stop doing online window shopping. If there is a particular item you want to buy, go straight to the place, buy it, and log out of the app. Because if you don't log out, they will finish your money. I'm telling you, those people did not come to play. Jumia, Alibaba, Gigi, they did not come to play. They want to take your money. You understand me? Another tip I want to give again, that I know that most online vendors might come for me for this, and what I want to say is actually true. If you look at it inside of your art, you'll see that it is true. When you want to buy, I would advise that you patronize vendors that are nearby. Why do I say this? Most times you realize that online vendors, they charge higher than vendors that are around you. Let's say I want to buy a fabric, and then I go to the market, search through the market to find this particular fabric that I want. I see this fabric for, let's say, 5,000 naira. I bet it with you guys, by the time you go online to search for this same fabric will be selling for 15,000 naira from online vendors. Yes, I'm not lying. If I'm lying, call me out. I can defend it. I'm serious. So I feel like if you buy from the vendors that are nearby, you get to see things cheaper. When you go to the market yourself, you get to see things cheaper, and you even see them, especially if they are food items, you see them fresher than you going online to patronize. I'm not saying you should not patronize online vendors. I am not saying that. You should, okay? But what I'm saying is, when you want to buy some things, check for the price online. Check for the prices that you can see around you, and go for the one that is cheaper. That way you can stop wasting money on things that you would naturally buy for half the price. So another trick that I do to stop myself from wasting money is to focus on other things. See guys, especially now that most people are at home, especially students that they are not going to school, you find out that when you stay at home, you tend to spend more money. Why do I say so? For example, when you're at home, you are lazing around the house. There is not much to do. You keep getting hungry for things. Oh, I want to eat this, I want to eat this, I want to eat this. You just let me go to any fancy restaurant around you to just buy some things and just to eat, just to satisfy yourself. Yes, it happens. But the fact is, when you preoccupy your mind with other stuff, you hardly not even think of food. That is the fact. Because for example, if I'm thinking of, maybe I have a book to read and I'm like, okay, I have to finish this book today, and maybe it's like a 6 chapter book, you find out that my mind will be on that book, and I will not even remember that, oh, I've not eaten today. So that way you can even cut cost on the money you spend for feeding. I'm serious. For example, I as a person, whenever I'm lazing around, or maybe I don't have much to do, I find myself hungry for meat pie. Yes, and I know that I cannot, because I want to eat 1 meat pie or maybe 3 meat pie, make meat pie in my house. I want to go and buy it from an eatery. but it costs me money because by the time I want to go and buy from an eatery, I take 100 naira as transport to, and for that 200 naira, I buy one meat pie for 250. By the time I buy two, or say I buy three, that's 750 plus 200 naira. That's almost 1,000 naira, guys. See, all this little money that I did not think of, there's something, no. So, but when you take your mind off it, maybe I read a book or I even watch a movie, something interesting, something fancy. I'm like, oh, I have to do this house chore. Maybe you say, okay, let me just do impulse cleaning, and then you do that, and you, by the time, in fact, 2 hours have passed, you don't even remember that I want to eat meat pie again. That's the night that I use whenever I feel hungry, or sometimes when I feel like I want to eat indomie, and I feel like, okay, this thing is like so high on me. I want to eat, and it's not because I've not eaten. I've eaten my normal meal, but because is, you know, sometimes those junk foods just want to do you to eat. I don't know. They're just like so hard that you are pressed. You want to eat them. Exactly what I'm trying to explain. So when you occupy your mind with other things, you find out that that hunger, that task at that time will pass. And once it passes, you scale through. You have your money with you. You did not spend it on junks. So this brings me to you eating in. When you eat in, you realize that you save much money. So many people do not even understand how much money they waste eating out. See, I tell you, that money that you use in eating out for a whole week, say Monday to Saturday, by the time you total that money and use it to buy food stuff in the house, you'll be shocked that, wow, so much money I'm wasting on junks. Not junk, fast food, or whatever you want to call it, you know. When you go to the restaurant, oh, please, can I get a plate? I think there's a restaurant around there that a plate of food sells for 800 naira. Fam, if you see that plate of rice, it's very small. You know, all those disposable takeaway that just very small like this is 800 naira. Why? And you realize that by the time you calculate that money and you need to stock your house, you have way more. Most people don't even go to the market, so they don't know. They'll be like, oh, things are expensive in the market. Yes, things are expensive in the market, but if you still go to the market, you will still buy some things that are way cheaper than you eating outside. I guarantee you that. This will also take me to the tip that I use: no impulse shopping. See, if I'm going out with someone and my mind is set that, okay, this going out, I'm going out, I'm not spending more than 2,000 naira. Guys, you won't spend more than that 2,000 naira. That's because your mind is focused on it, on not spending more than 2,000 naira. But once your mind is not fixed, maybe you are going out with your friend and your friend, oh, this is lovely, let's buy this, you buy it. Oh, this is lovely, let's buy this, you buy it. By the time you buy, your account is zero. Let's not lie, it happens. So when I say no impulse buy, it means that whatever it's not on your list or in your mind to buy, do not buy them. They are not on your list. That's why you have to make a list when you're going out. I don't go out shopping without a list, never, because I know myself. I'm forgetful actually, so I tend to forget some things. That's why I go to shopping with a list. I have a list of whatever I want to buy. I total the list. I know how much I'm going to spend in this market today before I leave, so I don't overspend. That way, so that it helps you, number one, to avoid impulse shopping, then to buy it, to forget the things you want to buy, and you even know how much you are working with, how much you want to spend, how much you like. Everything you are buying, your transport, everything is totaled. Having a list while you want to shop helps a lot, guys. It really helps a lot. They are spending unnecessarily and they need to curtail their habits of spending. Share with them. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Let's make this family a huge one. So till I come your way again with another video, be good.